First Inning Radio Show, and we're live on YouTube, and we're on Zoom and also on Spotify. Go to Spotify, check us out there. You can listen to our episodes there, or you can just Google the First Inning Radio Show, and you'll be able to hear it on any platform you're able to listen to it on. And that's the First Inning Radio Show. Me, myself, I am the BX Bomber 2011. And I am also along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good morning, BX Bomber. We're doing our show a little bit earlier today, and the Yankees have reported to summer camp and have already had two scrimmage games, two intra-squad games. And so things are going pretty good, but things are still touch and go because of the severity of the pandemic, that things are still rather precarious.
Yeah, man. I want to say hi to Theo on the check-in there. And yeah, man, I've been outside of Yankee Stadium every day since summer camp started, man. And I've been
Yeah.
seeing all kind of cars. I seen Brian Cashman walking right in front of me. The other day, I saw Aaron Judge. I saw Tanaka, Paxton, Tyler Wade.
Labor Torres.
Gabriel Torres, yeah, and his crew inside that was there. So I seen a bunch of people, man. It's been fun so far.
Yes, you've done a pretty good job. And Aaron Judge drives an Escalade, huh?
It's a Range Rover,
Oh,
a black and white, no, all white Range Rover. I'm sorry,
wow.
all white Range
Fantastic.
Rover. And Tyler Wade has the black and white Range Rover. And I'm still trying to figure out who has that orange Ferrari. Remember that one that we saw?
Oh, yeah. I would
Yeah.
bet possibly Chapman, because Chapman has a bit of a car collection, as he is quite wealthy with his multi-million dollar contract. I think Chapman is very much into cars, and it might be Chapman, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Chapman or not, but to Theo that's on the online right now, I'll be live streaming live from Yankee Stadium from about 12:30, 1 o'clock around in that area. I'll be live. So just hit your notification bell and you'll see me pop up, and we'll see what kind of cars drive by. But
I'm doing my show, Mom. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay,
so
a little
so I
little interruption.
No, it's okay. I figured out the operation now. So what it is that they're driving into gate 2 on the opposite side.
Right.
They check in with security there. Then they tell them that so and so's coming, and then they open the gate for them and they drive in. That's how they're doing it. So like across the street where I am, I could see them drive perfectly right in front of me. So we could see whoever it
Right.
was. So
I know those are fun, those live streams. I like talking to you, and
yeah,
I'll tell you, Michael Caputo really likes to get excited on there. He
yeah,
really
that's my
gives a lot
guy.
of comments. Yeah, he likes to give a lot of comments and everything, and
Yeah, he
it's
knows
great
his
that you have.
baseball. He knows his
Y-
baseball. That's
Yeah,
what's good. He knows his baseball, and he's as passionate as we are. So that's a good thing, you know.
right,
Yeah,
right. And
having
I'll tell
fun.
you, you've got a little collection of followers, that's for sure, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, man. Thank the good
And
Lord.
the way it looks now is the Yankees, Garrett Cole pitched the second inter-squad game and had six strikeouts, and Miguel Andujar did hit a home run off of him. And each game was a 1-0 game. And they call one of the squads the Yankees and the other squad the Bombers. And so far, so good. And we're just wondering if Gary Sanchez's body is going to hold up well, and Aaron Judge is looking strong and doing good. And we do have a little difficulty with Clint Frazier now. Clint Frazier has a problem with his foot. He has plantar fasciitis in one of his foot and one of his feet now. And so he has a little bit of difficulties with plantar fasciitis, but he is working through it. And Tanaka is progressing nicely and is back to doing some workouts. They're taking it easy with him, but Tanaka is back to doing some workouts and doing fairly well after being hit in the head with that 112-mile-per-hour line drive by John Carlos Stanton.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? How he took that off the head, man. You know,
Yes, exactly.
good thing he'll be
And
back,
I
and
do
he's good from all those concussions and all that too.
Right, and I do have a little bit of an interesting article that I'll run through real fast if you would like. It is about a math genius sets cap on how many fans safely fit in Yankee Stadium amid coronavirus pandemic. If you would like me to go through it,
Yeah, that's perfect. Let's hear it.
okay. 1 week ago, Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner said not only does he hope fans will be able to attend games at Yankee Stadium during the coronavirus pandemic, but that he's sure it'll be in the 20 to 30% capacity range. As the rate of positive COVID-19 tests continues to soar in the United States, and as health experts keep pleading with people to maintain 6 feet of social distance, both indoors and outdoors. With that many people packed into the house, that theater bell be too many. Actually, it would be far too crowded, according to Sylvian Edward Capel, New York University's Silver Professor of Mathematics. I don't believe it could be done, Capel said. In fact, Capel said he didn't think it would be possible much beyond 11% capacity. Keep in mind, Yankee Stadium has a seating capacity of 46,537, and it would be highly unlikely that the club would allow for standing room only tickets. Imagine fans needing to stand in one spot for 9 innings with no chair while also social distancing from everybody. It would likely be too much for the stadium staff to monitor. The low end of Steinbrenner's estimate, 20%, would invite 9,307 fans into the stadium. The high end, 30%, would bring in 13,961. Capel, a member of the school's Courant Institute of Mathematical Science and the former vice president of the American Math Society, estimated that Yankee Stadium could hold about 11% of its sold out status, or approximately 5,119 fans, while following social distancing recommendations. The Yankees declined comment via a spokesperson. Steinbrenner said that franchise had been speaking with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's office, which didn't respond to a request for comment from New Jersey Advanced Media. The owner also said that Ticketmaster's officials put together for the Yankees a diagram together, which would keep everybody at least 6 feet apart. Ticketmaster declined comment through a spokesperson. Capel's method was simple. He estimated that each seat takes up about 3 feet. Capel said to divide the banks of a baseball stadium into rectangular sets of three, or 9 seats total, with only the center seat occupied. The person nearest you would need the same allotment of seats. Now replicate that throughout the stadium. The upshot of this is the number of seats that you could actually fill with people is roughly 190, he said. So one person for every 9 seats, or 11% capacity. Capel, who said he recently helped solve the same problem for his synagogue, said that the team might be able to fit in slightly more people along the edge of seat banks because you don't have that many seats around you. The Yankees might also be able to finesse room in specialized seating areas such as suites, he said. But that's only edge effects, he said. It doesn't matter so much. Altogether, it's about 11% of the seats that can be filled roughly. Of course, the Yankees aren't the only baseball team with high hopes to put butts in seats. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott said that sports stadiums could welcome fans up to 50% capacity. In a statement to USA Today Sports, the Rangers said that they would be working under the current guidelines of the state. Astros owner Jim Crane told reporters he planned to have fans in Minute Maid Park this season because bringing in money from concessions, merchandise, and ticket sales is the only thing we can do to counter losing millions of dollars. In Illinois, Governor J.P. Pritzker said the Cubs and White Sox could also have fans into their ballparks at no more than 20% capacity. David Senemo, an infectious disease expert at Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School, said he understood that at some point people are going to start taking a certain amount of risk as the economy tries to restart and schools try to reopen. It's up to them how much risk they are comfortable with. He added that outdoor stadiums that are filled well under capacity could be particularly preferred over indoor event spaces. But problems will arise in other places than the seat, Senemo said. I'd want to ask, what's the plan for the bathroom? He said. Are you going to socially distance the urinals when everybody runs during the seventh inning stretch? Uh, Concession stands, ticket lines, and parking lots could be a problem as well. But I would think that would have to be part of the plan, Senemo said. I'm thinking every time I've ever gone to a Yankees game, the most times I'm packed in, I'm just trying to get through the metal detectors, through the gates. Granted, you're going to have smaller numbers, but even if you're bringing in 10,000 people through, how are we going to get them through that efficiently if everybody is on top of each other? And that begs an even bigger question, Senemo said. At one point, is it not worth opening the stadium? He said. So that is the article, a little bit of a joy kill from those two guys.
I'll tell you one thing, a lot of it is wrong. A lot of it is wrong. I don't know where they get their math from. I don't know where they get 9 seats from. Your math
Yeah,
is wrong because a seat is no more than 2 feet, right? One
right.
one seat at Yankee Stadium is no more than 2 feet. You can only be 6 feet apart. So 2, 4, 6. That means every fourth seat you can sit, not every 9 seats. I don't know what math are these people. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah,
listen to me. I don't know who write these articles, but these people, I don't know where they get them from. But anyway, it's almost 2 feet a seat, so it would be every fourth seat a person will be able to sit if it's gonna be 6 feet
right.
apart. And then behind you, it will be a row apart because that will be 6 feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I tend to agree with you. I just wondered, he's supposed to be some sort of mathematician, and
Well, he's an
he's
idiot.
being a
He's an idiot. I don't know what
killer.
mathematician he is, but he's an idiot. He's an idiot. I don't know. I don't know if he knows, like, how big do you think the seats are? If you're talking 9 seats, you know what I mean? Like,
Right,
wow,
right.
wow. But
Exactly. So,
and also I don't know how many rows are in each section or whatever, but let's say you'll probably be able to fit 4 people a row, let's say,
hmm,
and that might be ending up to like 20 people in a section, maybe 15, 20 people in the section, and you count that throughout the stadium there, that then you can get your number. Maybe it could get up to well into over 100 or 200 people, maybe, or maybe more, maybe 3 or 400 could fit in there, but then you
yeah,
guys, but then you have the standing room too, which is a lot of room in Yankee Stadium to be standing as well. You know what I mean?
right.
And then you're talking about Yankee Stadium, where it's in the most infected part of all of New York, 161st Street. You know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
coronavirus all through the street. Forget about it. Just walking in here, you'll
Yeah.
catch it. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make any difference if you have, uh, standing or sitting. You know what I mean? Um,
No.
could it be at half capacity? I don't think so. I think you can have it at 25% only for now, Yankee Stadium, because
Right.
50% is even a lot of people. And
Yeah.
and you know what? And you know what? Um, there's even days where they have what 30,000 people in the stadium, and
And there's
30,000,
plenty of seats open.
and it doesn't even feel like it's 30,000. It feels like there's 10,000 in the stadium. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
of people of different nooks and crannies and places to go and stuff like that. So it could happen. I don't see.
Exactly. They're moving around.
Yeah, and not only that, the people that you're dealing with already, they've been going to work every day. They're probably essential workers. They've been riding the train every day. Everybody's got coronavirus already. So whoever's going already has it. So
Yeah.
forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow. Yeah.
so then you're talking about the second wave. It's not gonna be a second wave because all the people that have been stuck home are gonna get sick now. That's your second wave,
Yeah.
you know. But for the people who've been in New York already, we've been used to the disease already, man. We've been living and eating with it all day. So, you know, what are you gonna do?
It's
Uh,
just one huge wave, really, as it stands right now. I mean, we have this summer wave in Arizona and Florida and Texas, and it is just one continuous thing going up. I mean,
yeah,
many countries have gotten it under control, but the United States is an embarrassment
because it's
compared to
based on all those states that have it now are all ignorant states. It's all
right.
ignorance. They don't want to follow the CDC guidelines. Stay 6 feet apart. Wear your mask in the store. Stay away from people. And if you can do that, listen, I live in New York City. And if you just stay away from people and don't touch anything and be like the guy Monk, remember the TV show Monk? That he's a
Right,
germaphobe?
exactly.
If you be a
Yes.
germaphobe, you're not gonna get sick. I'm telling you, man, you're not. Because listen,
Just use some common sense.
exactly, because listen, I've been going to work every day since the pandemic started. Every day going to work, and I still haven't not got sick. Thank the good Lord. I still haven't got sick. And that's because that's the things that I do. I stay away from people. If you go in the store, wear your mask for yourself. Forget about it. I don't care if they're not wearing a mask. I don't care about them. I don't want to breathe in what's in there. So I wear my mask and and try not to touch anything. Try to be vigilant when you open the door. Try to touch it with your elbow or try to do it with the sleeve part of your shirt or something so it doesn't get on you. um to me, you have to treat it like AIDS. It's like it gets in saliva and it gets into moisture, so try to stay away from moisture and wet surfaces, sweat, that type of stuff, and you'll be fine. Trust me when I tell you. But
And really, what the mask does, it also protects other people as well, because as
yeah,
you're speaking, there are droplets or different aerosols that are coming out. And when you're wearing the mask, you're being considerate of other people.
yes,
And, the ignorance of not, I can understand that when you're wearing a mask, that you are breathing in some more carbon dioxide and it can be uncomfortable.
right,
So when you're outside and you can social distance, I don't see any reason for having to wear a mask. But if you walk into a store, just have it on. And for the people that work in the store, they could just take some breaks to take the mask off and that kind of thing. They have to make arrangements in order to do that, because I can't understand, having it on 12 hours straight or something. But you wear it in the store, you wear it when you're around people. It's common courtesy, and you just use common sense. And I tend
yeah,
to agree with you that the Yankees should be able to have about 20% capacity, 20,
yeah.
30% capacity. I just wanted to read this article,
But
just
here's
to
the
get this
problem.
perspective.
Hold on. Here's the problem with the mask now. The problem with the mask now, it's way too hot to wear them. It's way too hot
Right.
to wear them. I imagine Roger, you know how hot it is in the city, right?
Yes.
So just imagine you're at 42nd Street waiting for a train in that hot humidity, which is right now 90 degrees. In that hot humidity, you know how it is. Wearing that mask, you cannot breathe, Roger. You cannot
I
breathe.
would have to take it down. I would have to take it down.
You won't be able
I
to
could wear
breathe.
it a little bit, but I would have to take it down off of my face now and then.
You won't be able to breathe. I'm telling you, man.
Right.
It's like, yeah. You're like suffocating with that thing on. You're like, oh my god. And the more you fight to breathe, the more you sweat, and the more hotter you get. you know.
Right.
So it's a
Exactly.
trip, man. So yeah, that and and that breathing in your own air that creates hypoxia, which you're
Yeah,
just breathing in more carbon dioxide, which makes you dizzy. You know,
right,
and people don't
right.
even know it. People don't even know it, man. You know, sad.
Yeah, so I can understand. But anyway, I just thought that that article would be interesting. You and I, we tend to think they can get 20 to 30%. This guy is not any type of authoritative person. He can't set any policy. He's a mathematician that was giving his opinion. He's not
Yeah.
someone that's going to be setting policy. So it'll be up to Governor Cuomo and House Steinbrenner.
Matter of fact, if you look at my background picture, right?
Yeah.
That's what social distancing is gonna look like in the stadium. Pretty
Yes.
much, if you see the people spread out around the way on the first level there, that's how it's gonna
Hmm.
look like. They're gonna be like in little sections. You know,
Right. It's basically an empty ballpark to begin with. But I'm still hoping that September we can get together, and I could also see Mr. Steinberger, and that we could do some things. I know it's just a very dangerous, precarious situation, and with what is happening, but I'm keeping my hopes up that we could get together and get in for a few games.
and here's the problem. I want to mention what Theo put on the screen. He put that also families should be able to sit together at the game. So
Oh
now
yeah,
that's a problem there because now that affects the seating of the social distancing.
right,
So they're
right.
gonna have to what they're
Yeah,
gonna have
it's
to
all
right what they're gonna have to do is set up the program of where if I have 3 people, then that automatically cancels out seats around it and open up seats that is eligible type of thing. You know, that's the
I
only way.
know there's a lot of details that still have to be worked out.
Yeah, but then again, even with the Yankees, I don't really see any major protocol of them taking to fight getting sick or something like that. I don't really see it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um,
Yeah.
if it was me, I'll be wearing a mask, goggles, the whole thing. If you're really that
Oh
scared
yeah.
about it, you know what I'm saying? Like I was in the beginning. I was in the beginning wearing all that stuff too, but then eventually you see, all right, it's not that serious. Let me peel some of the layers off. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's
Right.
guys around each other. They're fist bumping and all that. They said no chewing tobacco, no spitting and all that. But they caught Gary Sanchez putting chewing tobacco in his mouth
Oh boy.
right on
Oh boy.
camera at the
Yeah.
summer camp. He was in the outfield. The day yesterday was it not yesterday, Tuesday.
The day before they had
Right,
their two squads inter
right,
squad game for 2 nights right straight.
right. That's when he was playing with Cole. Him and Cole were the battery.
Yes.
And they caught him in center field with that. So,
And what I have is a little bit of the schedule. And what will be happening is the Yankees will be opening up. They're going to be playing a summer camp exhibition game against the Phillies at 6:05 in the evening on July 20th. Then July 23rd, they will be playing the Washington Nationals at 7:05 in Washington D.C. and they play a 3-game series against Washington. And then they are going to be playing a 4-game series against the Philadelphia Phillies. And then they are arriving back at Yankee Stadium on July 31st. And they will be playing the Boston Red Sox on July 31st, August 1st, and then August 2nd. And then they will go away and play in Baltimore for 3 games. And that is the opening of the schedule.
which is a pretty good schedule. You know, the teams we have to watch out for, I guess, is absolute. I mean, pretty much, obviously, the Nationals, and
Right.
also Tampa Bay has a real good rotation there. But I don't know if their baseball club will be able to handle the 60
A,
game sprint, you know,
a
and
lot of it has to do with how the teams handle the coronavirus. Coronavirus is front and center. If players are getting sick, or if the testing is not done in a proper manner, and there were already some problems with some testing. I mean, things are still very precarious, and any number of situations could shut this season down again. So we're just have to take it one day at a time. I'm glad they're planning for it, but we have to be aware that anything could happen at this point in time.
well, I think at this point they're not gonna cancel anything because the NBA is moving forward with their playoff in Florida, and they're gonna live in a bubble and play in a bubble. And Florida has the biggest outbreak of them all because you got them
Right.
idiots down there think it's thinking it's all good and that there's no virus happening, but there really is, you know.
But it might even be out of the sport's hands. If government officials come in and say we're going to have another complete and total shutdown, and government authorities shut it down, there's a possibility of that happening, especially with how horrible this outbreak has been going on all summer.
Well, it seems like this administration doesn't really want to shut down anything, you know.
Right.
Um,
See, not up to Trump. It's really up to the governors.
Really, right, right, and their whole thing now is they want to reopen up the schools back up again,
Right.
which it should be done. I mean, the schools have to be open. The schools been open, like New York City schools never closed. They have been open
Right.
this whole time, so it's not like you have to wake them up or something like that. So, it's gonna be business as usual. But then again, here's your problem. They want to do the mayor's um, proposal is that the kids are in the school 2 to 3 days out of the week, and they're home 2 or 3 days out of the week home. But you got to remember, a lot of parents work during the week, and a lot of parents can't stay with these kids at home, so they're gonna have to be forced to stay at school. You know what I
There's a
mean?
lot of details and issues that still have to be
You
worked
know.
out. There really
So
is something.
eventually, what's gonna happen is they're gonna throw all their kids back into school. They're gonna see.
Right. Right.
Kyle,
There's a lot of
Kyle,
details that work
Roger,
out.
Kyle says good morning to you and my Yankee friends.
Oh, oh, good morning, Kyle. Good morning. I'm glad that it's very nice that you're following BX Bomber, and you guys are really nice guys for following us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely do, man. But yeah, the school system will be back, man. From what I heard through the grapevine, teachers will be back on September 9th, you know?
Uh-huh.
So let's see what happens. But I think the schools are open, not on time, but probably late. Like
Right.
towards the ending of September, something like that. They're gonna open, you know?
Right. See, I'm just in the position of not saying anything for certain because we are not in control. COVID-19 is in control. And any number of things can change. Things can change hour by hour. So we could set up tentative plans, but everything could change by tomorrow. So we just have to be aware of that.
Yeah, and the good thing is New York City will be entering stage 4 soon too.
Right.
So we'll have some things back open again. Well, a lot of
Yeah.
things are open already. You can walk into any store you want right now, like Modell's or whatever. You can walk into it. You know what I mean? But they just monitor how many people are inside. That's the thing.
Oh, one of my favorite guys, and I think he's one of yours too. Action Kid did a nice New York City tour where he just went on the Staten Island ferry,
Right.
and he actually toured Staten Island at this point. That was a nice one to see. And he's been right up in your area too. He's walked right past Yankee Stadium several times doing a tour of the concourse section of the Bronx.
Yeah, man. He's cool. He's cool. Yeah, I
Right.
saw some of the Staten Island ferry, and I used to ride that all the time when I used to fix the boats over there in Staten Island.
Wow. That is fantastic. But that is the opening for the in August after they play Baltimore. They go on another 7 game road trip after playing the Boston Red Sox, ending on July 2nd. So from July 3rd, I mean August 3rd to August 9th, they will be on the road playing 3 against Baltimore and 4 against Tampa Bay. Then they come home on August 11th and they play the Braves for 2 and the Red Sox for 4 again and have a fairly long homestand.
Yeah, that's Braves. I mean, yeah, the Braves, Boston, and Tampa Bay.
Right. And then the Mets for 3, August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, the Mets. So, because the Mets are their rivals, each team is going to be playing their rival 6 times rather than 4 times when it's American League versus National League.
Well, at least they'll be used to playing in Tampa Bay with nobody in the stadium anyway.
Right. I guess they'll be used to that. I
Right?
bet they'll still be blasting that loud music, you know?
I think they should play
And
it as a normal game though, with all the music and everything. The commentator, the public address announcer, the whole. I think they should do the whole 9 yards. I don't see why not.
I think they should try to make it as normal as possible under the circumstances.
Like when they do the Yankee summer camp, I think they should turn on the scoreboard, and keep score on the scoreboard and stuff like that.
I
But
bet they probably do.
well, I'm pretty sure they're doing it on paper, but they're not doing it on the scoreboard on the big screen. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, they
right.
should open up the big screen and do all that stuff and show the videos
But
and all
anyway,
that.
I am I'm cautiously optimistic that we'll have a baseball season, but cautiously. Like as I said, any number of things could happen, but I'll be excited about it and definitely. So we are going to have a game on the 20th of July. That'll be an exhibition game against the Phillies.
um, Henry just put out that Paul Olden will be at Yankee Stadium, announcing the games.
Okay, excellent. That'll be fantastic. Well, they should try to make it as normal as possible under the circumstances. Remember, we were talking about piping in crowd noise, but I
Yeah,
don't know if they would do that or not. The KBO, the Korean Baseball Organization, is not doing that, but they do have cheerleaders in the Korean Baseball Organization.
yeah, that's one thing we don't have is cheerleaders and nothing like that, man. It's pretty bland over here at Yankee Stadium, man. It's nothing like the
Right.
Cyclones, where you have the king and all that stuff going on at the Cyclones. The
Yes,
Yankees
it's
is at
going on just about a year since. Can you believe it's been a year since we were at the Cyclones game?
yeah, man. It's gonna be a year. We should have been back there today, and too bad the season was canceled, man. You
And
know?
your birthday is coming up.
Yep.
And so, my gift to you for this year, since we weren't able to get to the top of the World Trade Center, is the Glaber Torres shirt.
Yeah, I thank you so much, man. I appreciate it,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man. I
yeah.
wear it. I wear it. You know, and it's nice and
Anyway, I
comfortable.
guess you got to start thinking about heading over to Yankee Stadium now.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna eat some lunch real quick and then go over to the stadium. I'll
Okay,
probably
excellent.
I'll be live before 1 o'clock, a little bit after 12:30, something like that, and there, you
Okay,
know,
I'll be checking in with you.
So hopefully we can catch some more players again. You know,
Yes,
I don't know what they're doing today. If they're gonna have another, I know they're having a summer camp every day, but I don't know if
right.
they're gonna be showing it on TV or not. I don't know if they showed it yesterday. I don't think so, or
Yeah,
maybe
I
they
didn't.
did.
I didn't find out about it. I didn't find out that information.
So I guess we're gonna have to just check at 6 o'clock. They've been practicing late, like
Right.
late, but it rained yesterday though too. So I don't know if they did anything. Maybe it might have got canceled yesterday. You know, so
And
maybe they
what
might be
maybe
about
maybe
today.
what you could do is uh, walk past the Great Hall and see if they're doing some pitching in the Great Hall.
Oh yeah, I gotta check it out. Yeah,
So that could be possible for you to do.
yeah, definitely. I'll take a walk over there. That's a good one.
Right.
You know, but I guess we'll leave it there, man. It's been 34 minutes so far.
Wow, good one.
So we're gonna get out of here. Oh, Theo said 6 p.m. on Yes. They got it going on today. So
Okay, excellent.
we
Sounds
might be able
good.
to
Thank you,
see
Theo.
might be able to see something today. Hopefully not supposed to rain today. Maybe tomorrow. It's gonna be raining all
Oh,
weekend, so the Yankees are gonna have some problems with rain, especially tomorrow night. You know, and let's see what happens with their practice. They're gonna have to do indoor practicing. You know.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So anyway, we'd like to thank everybody for listening, and I'll see everybody on the live stream before 1 o'clock around that nature. And this is your daily updates, and we'll see y'all on the next one. So
Take
Theo,
care.
Henry, Kyle, thank you for watching, and we'll see y'all on the next one. So long, everybody. See ya.
Okay, take care.